Welcome, everybody, to Cash Bulldog Football and Friday Night Lights. We're here at Big Elk Stadium in Elk City, where the Cash Bulldogs are going to take on the Elk City Elks. It's a pretty good night tonight, Mike, as the Bulldogs travel this hour and 45 minutes up here to take on the Elk City Elks. And as if you can hear in the background, we have homecoming going on for them, so that just kind of gives a little bit more added I believe, for our boys and what they're going through to face tonight. I don't think the weather's going to be a problem for us, hopefully, anymore throughout the course of the season here. Hoping that it stays calm and the winds, we don't have any winds. It seems pretty laid back right now.
Well, it's a beautiful night, Arthur. I couldn't be more excited. I've been waiting for this game since Friday night from last week.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you.
This is the start of our second season. We had our first season, our first 3 ball games. We played some good competition for a reason. Played up in class, and then we played a very tough Sulphur team last week. Probably expected to contend for their state championship. And all that's prepared us to get us ready for our push for the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think coming into this week, you're starting over. It's 0-0. Everything's still in front of us. No matter what's happened, everything's still there because district play, that's what everything's determined off of. It's not determined off of how you played 2 5A schools or probably one of the best teams in Class 3A like we faced last week. It's all going to be about what we do against our 4A competitors in our district. And starting off tonight against Elk City, I think we got a really good shot. Really 2 evenly matched teams. So it's going to come down to who makes the most errors and who can capitalize on those errors as well.
Everything we've done up until this point is to get us ready for this. And we're getting healthy at the right time. Boys have had 3 games to get under their belt. To help us try to make the playoffs. Not making the playoffs is like everyone else getting invited to a party and you're the only one without an invitation. So,
my prom.
So that's what this is all about. It starts here tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is what you work for, and the young team. That's what Coach Thompson stressed this week. To me was that we have a young team with some great senior leaders. But we are really young, and we got to play a lot of those young kids last week, and it's going to do nothing but improve this program from last week all the way on to those kids, when they get that experience coming up. I think that coming into tonight, one of the biggest things is getting our injured players back. We are able to get 5 guys back, and pretty much everybody's off the IR for us. And that's a huge weight lifted for Coach Thompson.
Well, for Coach Abbott as well. When you're trying to run an offense and a defense, and you got limited personnel or limited starters, it makes things very difficult. They've been able to keep a good optimistic attitude, though, about everything that's been going on. I know Coach Abbott says he feels like he's starting to figure some things out on personnel and personnel groups, who needs to be in at what times in key situations to give them the best opportunity for success.
Yeah, and Coach Thompson said, echoes that, as far as being able to get those players in, making sure that whoever's best fit to get out there to help them win the game and put the best product on the field for our Cash community is what's going to be out there. It doesn't matter. If you're a freshman or a senior, you're going to play if you can play. And I think, that showed out. We had a long conversation that we'll talk about a little bit more later on in the show here, but that I think it'll explain a lot to a lot of our viewers out there of kind of where Coach's mindset is and where we need to have all of our mindsets as a fan base. But I want to remind everybody that our pregame countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Hillary Communications, always innovating because every community matters, providing top-quality telephone and internet service. Visit their website at hillary.com today.
McCracken is the only name to call for septic cleaning, both commercial and residential. So when duty calls, call McCracken. 580-704-9332. McCracken Portable Toilets and Septic. We're number one when it comes to number two. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
And welcome back, Bulldog fans, as we continue our pregame here in Elk City. We thank you for joining us. And once again, as you just saw, we want to thank Hillary Communications for sponsoring this pregame and our countdown to kickoff. Mike, as we go into tonight's game, you know, you said it a while ago, the excitement. I mean, me and you talk all week, but the excitement that I have for tonight, I don't know. I just got this feeling that it's going to be a great night. And, you know, every Friday night that we get to watch high school football to me is great. But tonight, I feel like this is the turning point that the boys needed. And I feel like they've had a great week of practice. Their heads are high. They have a lot of hope and ambition, and they know that everything is just right there for them. So I think everything starts tonight, and they know it. And with that, we're going to talk about some keys to the game. You know I talked to Coach Thompson. I know you talked to Coach Abbott. So can you tell me some of the keys to what Coach Abbott was thinking about?
Number one, we got to play confident. We can't wait around and wait for something to happen. We have to play confident, go out and get stuff. Need to play fast. You know, Arthur, we have an above-average speed on our team, and we need to utilize that. Coach Abbott thinks he's getting very comfortable with his groupings, but we need to take advantage of that speed. And number one, both sides of the ball, I'm sure Coach Thompson talked to you about it, but we need to be physical up front, the point of attack. We need to take the play to Elk City. We don't need to sit back. We need to be aggressive with going after the ball. You know, when I think of Cache football, what I'm looking at or looking for is I want to see which one of these boys is going to step up and be the person that everybody's talking about on Saturday or on Sunday or on Monday after the game happens. You know, when I think of Cache football, I think of people like Coach Hunt. I think of people like Tim Zimmer. I think of people like Linson Hearn, Rodney Tarza. I think people like Lawrence Wilson. Think